Hi. I want to share with you some spring skincare tips today. And it's right around the corner. March 20th is the really officially beginning of spring. And with the change of season, it is the perfect time to look at your skincare routine. What can you do with your skin? Because your skin needs change with each season. This is one of the reasons why my next book is coming out later this year, Natural Beauty Reset, because I'm talking about a seasonal approach to our health and our personal care and all of that is because our needs change with each season, whether it's winter, spring, summer, fall. Each of our needs change with skincare, movement, mindset, and food. All of these things change with each season, and so it's a good time to mix it up. So I know it's a little early. We're still at the beginning of March. It's hard for me to believe it's almost spring. I live in Park City, Utah, and there's still snow everywhere. Although we did have a really warm day yesterday, and it's what we call our mud season here. We are shifting into mud season when the snow melts, and we don't really get an official spring here like other places around the country, like in Virginia where I grew up, where there's like a totally different spring. However, the changes still happening wherever you live. And of course, different places, it's going to be slightly different, but basically the sun, the position, the distance of the sun is changing. That means that our skin's needs are changing. The temperature changes, the humidity changes, the our access to certain types of food and our needs, all of that changes with the season. So, I want to share with you 7 tips to help you with your skincare specifically. Now, I know other things change too, our movement, mindset, the foods we eat, all of that changes with each season. That'll be in my book, Natural Beauty Reset, that's coming out later this year. You can actually pre-order it if you're like gung ho to just get on get it, get it done. You can go on Amazon. Natural Beauty Reset set is available for pre-orders. But I'm going to go ahead and share with you some skincare stuff. So the first thing that I want to tell you about is to think about, for women in particular, makeup. So our needs actually change with the seasons too, with when it comes to the appearance of our skin. And what I would like to encourage you to do is just start to go lighter on the makeup as we hit spring and especially summer. And here's why. So with as the weather warms up, our skin, our bodies heat up a little bit. And so we're more likely to perspire, we're more likely to get warm. And perspiration is a fantastic thing. It's important for detoxification, and so we don't want to interfere with that. We don't want to stop sweating. But when we wear a lot of makeup, it impairs our skin's ability when we perspire, especially if your skincare or your moisturizers or your makeup have things like dimethicone in there. And dimethicone and other ingredients will trap in moisture. And so what happens is, especially when you're heating up, when you're perspiring, is that dimethicone and other ingredients will trap in moisture, and that can create disruptions in your skin microbiome. So, a lot of times people talk about the gut microbiome. The skin has a microbiome. Also, we have bacteria and viruses, fungi, little mites that live on our skin. All of these things live on our skin, and in a balanced state, it keeps our skin really healthy. But when we disrupt that, with things that like trap in moisture, and when we heat up, our skin doesn't have that ability to keep that balance. So wearing less makeup as you go into spring is something I encourage you to do. Now, for women, if you do feel the need to wear makeup, that can be something that we want to talk about as well. So why do you have the need to wear makeup? If it's just because you can, and because it's just a fun thing to do, to just see, what an extra color does to you or a little extra glow or something, that's fine. But if you have something that you're trying to cover up, like acne breakouts or just uneven skin tone, redness, irritation, then you want to get to the root cause rather than just covering it up with makeup. And so a lot of times a lot of women make this mistake. They just, they get creative with their makeup, they put more makeup on. But when your skin has eruptions, it's breaking out, when it's uneven, when it's red, any of those kinds of things, it's a sign that something's out of balance in the body. Your skin is your magic mirror and it gives you great clues about your health. And so if you do have these things, you want to get to what's under that. So to help you with that, I do have a skin quiz. You can go to theskinquiz.com to learn more, find out about your skin personality type and the root causes behind your skin issue. So make sure you check that out because you want to get to the root cause. So that's the first tip for your spring skincare swap up changes and things, is to lighten up on the makeup or even go makeup free. At least some of the time, it's good for your skin to have a break from makeup. And really, we want to make sure that your skin has that natural beauty to it, that natural glow. You don't need makeup. So and the second thing about the changes with your skincare routine in the springtime is don't forget your sunscreen. So what one of the biggest mistakes people make is they go from winter where they've been inside a lot, they haven't really been in the sun, and then all of a sudden the sun comes out or it's spring break and they want to go and they travel, they want to spend a lot of time in the sun and warm up. But your skin is not used to the sun as much. So then you end up with a sunburn, and that is damage to your skin. We want to try and avoid those sunburns. And one thing I want to be sure that I clear up here is that you don't want to go to tanning beds to prepare your skin for the sun. Please, 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 please do not go to tanning beds. There been definitely information on tanning beds being very harmful. In fact, tanning beds emit 3 to 6 times the amount of radiation as the sun. So way more damaging and in a short period of time, and you're not wearing sunscreen. Of course, if you go into a tanning bed, it's very doubtful you wear sunscreen. And then you're spending 20 minutes in a tanning bed is like spending 3 hours in on the beach with no sunscreen in the middle of a day. So please, 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 I can't believe even, people I know are doing this. This is still a myth that's out there, which is shocking, but please do not go to tanning beds. This is so bad for your skin. And I'm sorry if you have a tanning bed business, but maybe find something else to do. So you want to gradually get your skin and get yourself ready for summer, hopefully, but wearing sunscreen is definitely something you still want to do with your skincare routine, and the even when the days are overcast, even when you're driving your car. Somebody just posted on Instagram, I got squamous cell cancer from tanning beds when I was 19 years old. Yes, it's a real thing. Thank you for sharing that. It is a real thing. It is very damaging to the skin. So please skip the tanning beds and wear your sunscreen too. So when you go out in the sun, you want to wear your sunscreen. Now, you probably heard me say this, you heard me talk that zinc oxide based sunscreens are way better than the chemical sunscreens that contain things like oxybenzone, which is has hormone disrupting chemicals in there. Or is a hormone disrupting chemical. Chemical sunscreens typically have them. Now, they're also not great for the environment. So, some of the chemical sunscreen ingredients have been banned in places like Hawaii. So, companies are starting to get more on board with these mineral sunscreens. So, there are a lot more available out there. We do carry a mineral-based sunscreen at thespadoctor.com. It is not made by the Spa Doctor, but we carry one that I highly recommend. I tested a whole bunch of different ones and found one that I like most, and so we carry it at the Spa Doctor. but there are lots of ones out there, and make sure that it also doesn't contain any other harmful ingredients. And then don't forget you have other ways to protect your skin from the sun too. You can wear hats, you can wear long sleeve shirts and things like that. So, but you definitely, yeah, getting posts about reapplying and how much to use. Yes, I think that is another thing. And people make mistakes about not putting on enough sunscreen and not reapplying after a period of time. So you do want to make sure you're doing that. And for more tips on that, we have some blogs on this, and we've had Dr. Kira Barr, who is a dermatologist, on the Spa Doctor podcast. You can watch her episode. She talks about sunscreen. So make sure you listen to that. And then I have another comment. Oh, and an SPF bathing suit. Interesting. I haven't, tried an SPF bathing suit, but wearing cover-ups. And there's SPF clothing and hats and sunglasses. You want to protect your eyes too. So that's tip number 2. Don't forget the sunscreen and skip the tanning bed to adjust to the sun to get ready for summer. Please don't do that. Okay, number 3 is to switch up your moisturizer or change the way you use it so that you want it something a little bit lighter. So if you're somebody that uses a really heavy like night cream or a moisturizer, now's a good time to lighten it up, because again, as we go into warmer days, then you don't want, your skin's not going to be as dry. You have more heat. And so if you have a really thick, heavy moisturizer, it's going to clog your pores. It's going to, the ingredients like dimethicone are going to potentially disrupt your skin microbiome. So you want to use something light. And when you're using a light moisturizer, so at the Spa Doctor, we have our step 3 enriched moisturizer, which is a light moisturizer. And then we have our step 4, which is a plant-based oil blend. So then that way people can make their moisturizer as thick and rich as they want it to. So you add more of the Glow Boost step 4 if you want to like richer, thicker moisturizer maybe in the evening. But this time of year, with those that use the daily essentials, our skincare system, you could probably go lighter on step 4 on our plant-based oil blend. You can use it on other areas of your body as it starts to heat up. But using plant-based oils, whether you're using the Spa Doctor skincare products or a different natural skincare line, you want to go lighter and you want to make sure it's plant-based. Please do not use ingredients like dimethicone that are going to disrupt your skin microbiome, or mineral oil and other petroleum-based skincare ingredients. So please, yeah, lighten up the moisturizer, lighten up the makeup, use the sunscreen. So the 4th tip is to keep your skincare routine simple. Spring is a great time to simplify, to streamline, to get rid of stuff that we no longer need. And that includes your skincare routine. Keep it simple. I think we start to overcomplicate, especially as when we start to overcomplicate our skincare routine. And I think over the winter months, when we start to like collect skincare products, we have more and more and adding more and more to our routine, but that's not necessary. At the Spa Doctor, we have 4 steps, and that's what I truly believe with a daily routine. That's all you need. You need a cleanser, a serum, and a moisturizer. And we have a plant-based oil blend, like I said, that adds some extra hydration to your skin. So make sure that you're keeping it simple. What it really boils down to is the natural actives that are in your skincare products and the pH of your products. These are the things that are going to make the biggest difference. You want that mild acidity of your skincare products so that it helps support your skin microbiome. Okay, so that's the tip number 4. The 5th thing is to spring clean your skincare products. This is a big one for people, as again, especially for us women that have been accumulating and collecting all of the skincare products. So now's the time. Just grab a garbage bag, go into your bathroom, go to the medicine cabinet, to your cabinets, and makeup bags, your drawers, and start going through and throwing out stuff you no longer need. I know I need to do this too. It's time. I know March 20th. I've got a little, is officially the start of spring. I'm planning to do this. I hope you'll join me in this skincare cleanup. And so now's the time to look at skincare products. You could do it on a weekend when you have a little bit of weekend day. So you have some time and start looking at the ingredient labels. If it has toxic ingredients, now's the perfect time to swap it out for something more natural. Swap out the toxic ingredients for something natural. Also, products that you've had sitting around for a long time need to go. Skincare products do expire. Yes, it's true. I know you've been holding on to some stuff for a bit too long, thinking that, hey, maybe I'll use it someday, or I like to use that occasionally, but they do have expirations. If you don't see an expiration date on the bottle, maybe you can go back and if you have, keep your receipt somewhere, check and see when your receipt is for. My skincare line, the Spa Doctor skincare line, we have a 2-year shelf life on our products, but that's kind of unique in the natural skincare space. A lot of natural skincare products have a shorter shelf life than that. Now, toxic skincare products might last a little longer, but again, you really don't want to be using those anyway. You want to toss those out anyway. Here's another thing: you can do a sniff test. Now, just because you're sniffing it and it smells okay to you doesn't mean that it's okay. Expiration dates are also important. But if you do smell it and it smells rancid, toss it. Rancid oils are not good for your skin. You would not want to ingest them and you do not want to put them on your skin. It is not good for your skin. Remember, your skin is this active, live, largest organ of your body. And what you put on it does make a difference, not only on the surface, but also, you can some of it can get absorbed into your body. So if it smells rancid, and it just doesn't smell right anymore, toss it out. It's not worth using it. Also, just looking at the product, it might have some separation, the colors may have changed, any of those sorts of things, then you should toss them out. Yes, and somebody mentioned SPF expires too. Yes, sunscreens do have a shelf life as well. I know that some of the natural ones I notice will start to separate and get kind of funky. So just toss them out, start new. This is a great time of year to swap out your skincare routine and clean it up. Do some spring cleaning. So that's tip number 5. The 6th one is to think about your body too, because your skin is an outer reflection of your overall health. And your skin is actually a detoxification organ. You perspire through your skin. You're with that sweating, you were able to release toxins. So look at things to do with cleansing your body as well. Sweat is one of the best ways to detoxify. So getting in a sauna, exercising, get that going, because spring is a great time for cleansing. And so sweating, you could also do things like dry skin brushing. You could do castor oil packs on your liver. These are things that you're kind of doing to your skin benefits as well as the rest of your body. Again, your skin is an outer reflection of your overall health. So it's a great time to do that. The 7th tip I have is for those of you who have allergies. I have a tendency to allergies. It's something I had as a child. For those of you who don't really know my story, that's how I really got into this space, how I became a naturopathic physician, and how I focused so much on skin is because of my own personal struggles. And a lot of that was as a child, I had allergies, really bad hay fever, seasonal allergies that led into I had recurring infections, sore throats, strep throat, tonsillitis, as well as eczema, and my skin was reactive to everything. It was a miserable time, I can tell you. And then for any of you that have struggled with your skin, especially around eczema or itchy skin, sensitive skin, you know what I'm talking about. But I've always had that fickle skin and I have always had to be careful. But this time of year, something I have to be particularly careful with, and that is around seasonal allergies. So what happens is when things start to go into blooming in the spring, it's beautiful and it's fabulous and the sun's out and it's wonderful, but that also means more pollen in the air. And for those of us who have seasonal allergies in the spring, that means itchy eyes, running noses, sneezing, and that means inflammation in the body. Your immune system is goes into hyperactive mode to ward off these allergens because our bodies are particularly sensitive due to genetics and also partly to lifestyle choices. We're particularly sensitive to the substances our body, our immune system really ramps up. What that means with our skin is that our skin can be more reactive, more sensitive, and more likely to break out. And so that whether that's in itchy rashes or bumps or just sensitivity to skincare products, you might notice that. So, to help with that, you want to look at an inside out approach to your skin. And I always want to look at this with when it comes to skin, we want to look at what we're putting on our skin and also what we're doing internally. So, it's an inside and outside job. It's not just an outside thing for taking care of your skin, and it's not just an inside out, it's both. And so, when we look at allergies, what we want to do is calm down and balance our immune system. We want to decrease inflammation. And so those skin inflammation issues, that internal inflammation that shows up on the skin, the sensitive skin, that predisposition to eruptions, we just want to try and calm that down. And now's a good time to start before you got all of those allergens full blown in the air. Then now's a good time to just start calming your immune system down, balancing it. So at the Spa Doctor, we have things like our Skin Flamise supplement, which is a turmeric curcumin based supplement. This nutrient herb is known for its ability to have potent anti-inflammatory effects. So that's how you wanted to have it as a supplement. Also, you can do things like taking quercetin, nettles, and also doing liver support, doing cleanses this time of year, eating a clean diet. So, looking at my book, Clean Skin from Within, and following that program, spring is a great time to do that. And when my next book comes out, Natural Beauty Reset, I have a whole springtime regimen that you'll be learning about. So, more on that later. But also, so that was the 7 tips that I wanted to share with you today. Cutting back on the makeup, dialing that back. Don't forget your sunscreen. Switch to lighter moisturizers. Keep your skincare routine simple. Spring clean your skincare routine and start spring cleaning your body too. And then if you have spring allergies, to start addressing that internal inflammation and immune system. So hopefully those 7 tips help you transition into spring with glorious skin, healthy skin, and I can't wait to hear all about how it goes for you. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.